응? 뭐 뛰나? 진짜. Một bạn bạn三秒为了回头是要好
嗰邊都未睇啊！
可以啊，快啲行咯，快啲，快啲。
嗯，等下再得。OK，咪分。
如果話你嗰啲咩時候情況咧？
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mày知道？嗯。用幾支香冇？拿來吧。
我加工嘅嘛，肥名，
加工嘅咧。
即係蒸熟得大嗰啲咁唔熟嘅呢，你話nó老咗嘅咯，唔熟啊。Trong rồi căng cái đó, mua viên cái đó trong tiền.
quân oán
chính là kỳ trống
quân oán trùng hết
các ngày đô chuẩn chính mà đi kỳ thường buổi chuẩn chính đâu có làm kỳ thường
Mai rồi, mai gì mà.
Chẳng thấy. Có sổ cái quần này. Ai ba?
cu 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 gì là đấy đứng lại đi cứ quay camera này kìa
anh đi lột tôm mà
đây lột canh rồi đó đây lột gì mà đi quaอยู่應該冇㗎。
啊。
你做乜應該台啫？你咪使你。黐線啊！要試下嗰個你啊！你都最默台㗎啦。Mình cũng hay à?
Dạ.
À? Dính xuống để bắt cho xúc tan dính không?
phát xỉa khoảng như khi của nó kia như nó mà hấp chất xíu hấp phát xáo mà nó xong tôi trồng luôn đó
lại chọn luôn á
mình rất lâu chỉ trồng luôn
làm sai mà
就是話個你話你喺數啊，用啲歸鄉啊，vùng上啊神父啊。神父啊，咯往
有龍齋我就可以放。
hai hai cứ ra hao ma thì
Ikan ni piang ko fan siya ba gitu.
cứ ra hao ma chẳng hạn
Hàm á.
Có nói mà mưa cái ngủ à.
Abang dia ikan nak ngama.
Khi còn chết thì xanh quá đi.
Kung tayo ko kung pila ko.
Tại quá quá xíu mẹ. Đổ vào đây. Đổ vào đây. Rồi cái. Rồi ra. Em tại hơn không? Hello. Ra hơi này. Chứ mấy hồi xuồng này nè. Ông xíu xíu.
Kung si lupin na.
Và giờ cũng có nghỉ giáo làm là giờ hay tại con biết đó hay qua政府啦，係中啲嘅美國又好，中啲嘅歐洲嘅又好啦，呢個美國呢個到歐洲啊，好啊，你話你笑嘛？笑係嘅笑，我陣間講呢句嘢，我知道。哦，知呀，是講呢。你想去做公關睇啊？哦，仲有啲你細路瓜嗰啦，甚至送翻學，接嚟呀，接嚟呀，咁啊嚟呀。
咁始終住曬睇㗎，人揾睇都唔使你知嗰個都使㗎，你知。我都使㗎喎，即係發唔知埋我我哋都識即係。
之後咧，一啲字。喂，叫你收圍好圍呢個？哦，唔係你收圍呢啲，但係喂間咧連係，但連係好圍呢樣。
一樣。哦。誒，慢慢用嚟坐啊！你幾好咧？
幾好圍嘅都係幾好。
幾雜啊！
哇，咁啱呢個又
哇，你先，我話嘢啦。OK。
即係圍影咪，即係圍影嘛。係。我本來教科即係教數，教數咯，真㗎。
點嘅冇？
你得作咗樣嘢啊？作咗啦。報啊，咁你點話？
誠心咧有，我要啲人誠心咧。
真係買嘅買咩啊？都係啊，咁買唔出啊咪。係啊，真係要翻嚟報咯。係。
Người sao cũng có phần à?
Ai? Đó là điều sinh nghiệp của họ. Có đâu kìa, sinh nghiệp của mày, sinh nghiệp nhất có mày ra, sinh nghiệp nhất mày. Thì có mày. Mình ra giỏi làm cái sinh nghiệp của mày. Sinh nghiệp của mày là sinh nghiệp của ba, tức là sinh nghiệp của mày là sinh nghiệp của anh sai.
Yeah.
Sinh nghiệp của sao đó? Cái đó
Mama mở nghe là gì?
Cảm giác nó cũng qua không quá nhiều chuyện và sinh xuất biết được. Rồi, nó bảo là qua hơi bay ra rồi rồi.
行了行了行了，没有。还有木了呗？还有留着呗？
佢又得啫嘛，不過啲錢啊嘛，入落個扶起係咪？我今日最開啲錢出嚟咪得咯，我上獎啊嘛。
係做入做唔啦？
都唔啦，唔使去關啦。都是一時講咁多事情難嘅。哎呀！G，加一 G， 哎呀，古仔，
好得意啊，這個。
耶 ，Hello，
好得意啊。
Hello。
No, gracias a usted y disculpe todas las molestias, señora. Sí, ya que sí. Bien. Gracias.
Ay, no.
Tu mamá
¿Qué la música del parque? Xin lỗi luôn mà bỏ. Không biết là để
Ha ha. เอาไว้ดับไฟไว้ใครอ่ะ等嗰度啊，嗰度啊！我你整爆啦嘛 ！No！ 接回来，两个了。哈切卡，安于于去，安于于去，安于于。 안지지지지지 와, 너 ai quấn cái ba. Ăn gì, ăn gì, ăn gì, ăn gì, ê. Phải mua, phải mua. Phải mua ha. Phải hiểu rồi, phải hiểu rồi. Phải mua rồi. Phải mua. Nó thành đi. Mình một lái chuyện này để xây người bên đầu cho mỏng mà ôi à anh mình có là dầu à dầu tỏi dầu đấy mẹ cũng có biết邊個？邊個喺度跳啊？閃啊！邊個喺度閃啊？邊個大番薯啊？
因為太陽佢喎，一個
核突嘅。
都唔見到個前面咩？
媽咪你睇下你。
未生嚟啊！
啊，然後。
你相機影相嗰陣時，我播你先。嗱，你自呢條繩係咪？
係啊，係啊。哦，分你睇唔
要整到加麻大嗰度。
係啦。
梗係啦，呢個都係呢個數。
批發。
加條用批發差唔多條線啫。
你的 spelling it. Auntie, how do you spell Uncle Sam? I don't know. Oh, I can spell everything you say. Respect. Whoa! The part that I'm getting out. So many chances.
高法路我哋去到時咪去泥哥啦，瀑布咯。
坐喺眼鏡啦，家姐。
Okay.
誒，
我見到。
個肚冇見到，
佢嗰下未。
個肚未出世。
好靚啊！嗱，笑啦，俾你。
咁你要克服你啲困難咧，要多啲講。
咁邊難啫？企定定。哦，俾票啊！俾票啊！
Wrap strap around behind your back. And they made it a part of Scenic View Park. They see over there to your left. Had a bit of a little spot to sit back, relax, watch boats go by for a while, have a nice view of Bolton Castle. Scenic View Park over there also has a nice little swimming area, a sand beach, a little playground for the kids, and a nice pavilion area to bring along a picnic lunch. Now, the section of the river that we're about to take you through for about the next 30 minutes of our tour or so, known as Millionaire's Row or Millionaire's Colony. Received its name back in the early 1900s when over 100 millionaires came up here, bought the island, started to build their lovely little summer cottages out here. By that I mean anywhere between a 30 to 50 room mansion out here on these islands. Now, many of the homes we can show you today, but unfortunately some of them we cannot. Back during the Great Depression, some of these homeowners got the bright idea to burn down their homes. They figured they could burn down their home, collect the insurance money. It would be far more valuable than the summer home itself. But they quickly realized that insurance companies were just as broke as everyone else. But they did burn their homes down for no money whatsoever. Now, the first island on our tour, on Millionaire's Row today, coming up over here on our left-hand side, is known as Cherry Island. The large green home that you see down here at the foot, known as the Twin Pines Treehouse. It got its name when there were two identical homes over here. They were mirror images of one another. The two homes were built by Abraham Abrams and Nathaniel Strauss. These men grew up together. Summoned together, went on to marry twin sisters, so they thought they might as well build twin identical homes. Unfortunately, the second of the two homes was deemed a fire hazard, and they did have to tear it down. As you pass by this remaining home, look over to the right-hand side of it. You will see some patio furniture over there in the yard. It all sits around the foundation where the second home used to be. The foundation has been turned into an in-ground heated swimming pool for the Abe Cooper family from Syracuse, New York. They now own this remaining home, and they own Cooper Metal Works down in Syracuse. The next one coming up over here on Cherry Island is known as Casablanca. Spanish meaning White House. Built by a Cuban sugar plantation owner. He built it for his daughter as a wedding gift. The night before the wedding, though, she got cold feet, decided to take off and knock at the seawall. There used to be lanterns in there used to tip off the rum runners. They would light them up in different ways to let them know if it was safe to bring the booze over, or if the authorities were around, they should probably stay away for a little while. The last one we're going to see over here on Cherry Island, this large brown home. This is the Whitley Lodge, originally built for and lived in by the Kellogg family from Battle Creek, Michigan. Same Kellogg's that bring you Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes, and my favorite Pop-Tarts in the morning. Today it is owned by Donald Hasseltine from Scottsdale, Arizona. He made his money by manufacturing plastic bread bags and those little twist ties go along with them. I guess somebody has to do it. I kind of wish I would have thought of that. Now, Mr. Chastain has a caretaker over here taking care of his island home, as do most of these islanders. And you can tell he's very meticulous about his grass over here. He wants them to just look like putting greens on a golf course. Out here pretty much every day or every other day cutting this grass for him. Now this next island here coming up on our left-hand side, this large rock sticking up out of the water with no structure on it. So this is the Devil's Oven. On the other side of this island, there's a little opening that leads to a 30-foot cave inside of the island. And the cave is where the notorious river pirate Bill Johnston hid out for 3 days and 3 nights. After he sank a British mail steamer known as the Sir Robert Peel. He did this back during the ill-fated Patriots War of 1837 and 1838. It was a war to free Canada from British rule, united with the United States. Didn't quite work out for him. Canada is not part of the United States today. Bill Johnston was caught inside of the island when authorities followed his daughter Kate, bringing him food and news of the day. The next island over there on our left, that is Cuba Island. It gets its name because it does resemble the shape of the island nation of Cuba. It's currently owned by the McCullough family from Boston, Massachusetts. They're bankers from that area. Next island coming up here on our left is Wheeler or Wildnet Island. I got the name Wheeler from Mr. Thomas Wheeler. He manufactured barrels. Hooked up with John D. Rockefeller. Became the Secretary of Standard Oil. Kind of find out that John Rockefeller was looking for something to store all of his oil in. And Thomas Wheeler, instead of having booze to store these barrels of his, started to put oil in them. And that's how they both make quite a bit of money. Wildnet comes from the Wildnet Island Restaurant and Botel that used to be on the island. A botel being the same thing as a hotel or a motel, but it was only accessible by a boat, so they called it a botel. It burned down in the second of 2 fires back in the 1970s. This little island here coming up on our right hand side, this is Stony Crest or Jewel Island. It used to be much larger than what you see right here. It used to be a 30-room mansion over here on the island. Unfortunately, during the construction of the St. Lawrence Seaway, they had to blast away 2/3 of the island in order to make it wide enough to meet the minimum width requirement needed for the seaway. It'd make it safe for 2 78-foot wide ships to pass by one another right here safely. A section of the St. Lawrence Seaway just on the other side of that island, known as the American Narrows. It is the narrowest section of all, about 2,400 miles, making up our seaway out here. The sign that we have directly in front of our boat right now, going to be going down our left-hand side as we make a little turn here. It is known as Comfort Island. Home through the trees known as the Comfort Lodge, owned by the Clark family. Been in possession of the home for about 6 generations now. They keep passing it down to their family members. But it is currently up for sale. Asking price is somewhere around $2.3 million. If anybody's interested, you make your checks out to me and I'll be sure to bring the money out for you sometime tomorrow. Now as we go off the distance here on our left, you'll see a large bridge up there. That is the first of 5 spans making up the Thousand Islands Bridge System. That bridge connects mainland USA over at the left-hand side with Wellsian over to the right. Wellsian is the second largest island in all of the Thousand Islands and is the largest American island. At 9 miles long and 5 miles wide. And it's going to be over here directly to our left as we complete this turn. Now the bridge up there is the first of 5 spans. It is the largest span and the only American span. There is 1 American, 1 international, and then 3 consecutive Canadian spans. All island hopping here across the Thousand Islands to connect us with Canada. Right before you go over that bridge, they charge you $2.50. That will get you over all 5 spans of the Thousand Islands Bridge System as you make your way over to Canada. And then you have to pay that $2.50 again as you make your way back over the bridge system coming back to the United States. Now that we have completed our turn, we are currently headed downbound in the main shipping channel of the St. Lawrence Seaway. The seaway around right now stretches as far west as Duluth, Minnesota, and as far northeast as the Atlantic Ocean. And it stretches some 2,342 miles long. Makes us the longest inland freshwater navigable waterway in the entire world out here on the St. Lawrence River and the Great Lakes. Water here is all fresh water. It does flow north out towards the Atlantic Ocean, and we sit about 240 feet above sea level. So the water does kind of flow downhill as it heads north out there towards the ocean. This white home with green trim over on our left on Wellesley Island. This is Craigside, old home for U.S. Coast Guard, today home for U.S. Border Patrol. And as you look up ahead of it, a couple hundred feet, you'll see where the new Coast Guard station is. As we pass by the Coast Guard station, we will be directly over top of a 634-foot sunken Canadian laker known as the Roy H. Audrey. It sank out here back in November of 1974. They hit a shoal known as Pullman Shoal that ripped a 75-foot hole in the hull of the ship. As you can imagine, water came in very quickly. Captain ordered that all the pumps be manned, but he quickly realized his efforts were in vain. They couldn't have pumped that water out fast enough. So the ship did sink right out here in front of the Coast Guard station. And as I speak right now, we're going directly over top of the ship. It sits down there in about 200 feet of water. And it's a very popular dive spot today. Considered a 5-star dive, very dangerous right out here in the middle of the main shipping channel, where our current is usually anywhere between 5 to 9 knots. Nobody passed away or even got hurt in the initial sinking of this ship. It wasn't until the following spring when they sat down 3 divers to check out the wreck. The lifeline on one of the divers snapped and he was swept away in the strong current, and they never recovered the body. Green home up on the hill here on our left, this is Hopewell Hall. It is currently owned by the Sanzone family from Utica, New York. They are the proud distributors of Miller Beer. They also were the inventors of the Sobe Beverage Company. Sobe Beverage has a little lizard on it. And they sold it out to Pepsi. I'm sure you can imagine they probably didn't make out too bad on that. Next time we have out just in front of that, this is Castle Rest or Pullman Island, named after its former owner, Mr. George Pullman, the inventor of the Pullman sleeper-style railroad car. He had a very prestigious guest up here, then President Ulysses S. Grant. He invited him up here for a weekend of fishing and relaxing. And then as today, wherever the President goes, the media is sure to follow him around. This helped bring a lot of attention to our area. It convinced people to come up here and check it out for themselves. They decided they liked it as well and started to buy up all these islands and build their little summer homes up here, creating this Millionaire's Road that we are taking through today. Coming up ahead of us over here on the right-hand side, you'll see this red channel marker. Look up to the top of the channel marker, you'll see a bird's nest and a bird sitting right inside of it. The bird they're about to see over here, known as the osprey, cousin to the American bald eagle. These birds do have a couple differences to the American bald eagle. These birds also have a white body to go along with their white head, and they are strictly hunters. They will not scavenge for food, like the American bald eagle does. The island coming up back over to our left is Nambi Island. The home we're about to see out here out front is one of the oldest homes on our tour. It is well over 100 years old. Everything you see over there to the right-hand side of the home is all brand new. They put that up last summer, a little spa and fitness center for the owner's wife. And they put a hot tub and then a tower over there to the right-hand side. Looking at that home over there, you may notice that the stone pillars holding up the second and third floors take on very out of shape. That's because the stones make up those pillars. We're brought up directly from the bottom of the home brought from the bottom of the river back in the construction of that home. They're all pink Laurentian granite. Next down here, coming up on our left with this white wavy fence, this is Friendly or Dewey Island. One time owned by Paul Quackenbush from Herkimer, New York. Mr. Quackenbush's grandfather, quite the inventor, he invented the air rifle, sold the patent to the Daisy Corporation, thus inventing the Daisy Red Ryder BB gun, made famous in a movie known as The Christmas Story. He also had a couple other modern day inventions such as the 2-hinged nutcracker and the extension ladder, some of the better known inventions that he had. Coming up just at that is an island with a large wood anchor on it. That is St. Elmo's Island. St. Elmo was a patron saint of sailors. The large wood anchor they see over here was placed on the island to commemorate all of the men and women who have served and lost their life out here on the St. Lawrence River. Little A-frame home you see up there is not the original. That original home burned down in a fire back in the 1950s. Look down the right-hand side of the island, you'll see a little boathouse over there. That is a replica of the boathouse used to sit on the island. One time, this is owned by Mr. William Farley from Governor, New York. Today it is owned by his daughter since he passed away. And she was actually out here on our boat yesterday. Now, looking up way ahead of us over here towards our left, you will see the highlight of our tour today, world-famous Boldt Castle on Hart Island. It's right here in the heart of the Tawas Island region. George Boldt came over to the United States at the age of 12. The Prussian immigrant didn't speak a whole lot of English. But when he got to New York City, he found work in a large hotel. Started off as a busboy and dishwasher. Eventually worked his way up to bellboy and then eventually all the way up to general manager or steward of this large hotel. It was at this time he met the owner and the owner's daughter, soon to be his wife Louise. Brought her up here. They fell in love with the area, wanted to do the same thing, I'm sure every husband in the world wants to do. Wanted to buy an island and build his wife a castle on it just to show her how much he loved and appreciated her. So he bought Hart Island. Coming up ahead of us, Mr. E.K. Hart. The spelling of the island at that time was H-A-R-T. So he's going to be changed his spelling to H-E-A-R-T and started construction of this castle for his wife Louise. It's supposed to be given to her on her birthday, February 14th, just so happens to be Valentine's Day. Now it is said that after George spent $2.5 million showing his wife Louise how much he loved her, he still wanted to show the other lady in his life how much he loved her.
我哋去邊度啊？哇，好大啊！
千島啊！
我哋去千島啊，媽咪話。
啊！
哇，好大風啊，好凍啊，係咪啊，爸 B？
好涼爽啊
！Hello， 嘻嘻嘻嘻。
哇！講到一個島啊，得翻睇到嗎？我度都有個
睇嗰個幾細，我俾你睇啦，睇好細，好似一個石頭咁細啊！呢啲。
一條魚啊！
你要魚啊！睇嗰度有啲間屋啊，嗰啲靚靚間屋啊！哇，好大添啊！嗰啲喺呢度都係啊！睇呢個嘢。
One time owned by Professor John.
哇！睇
He actually wrote 2 books inside of this tiny white cottage right here.
睇呢個樹。
啲廢艇啊，唔係木船，廢艇。
睇呢個樹。
On our left, we have one of our highlights known as.
巴士到啊！
係啊，嚟啦，少少，你快嗰度。再影多張，等下先，再另外一棵樹。
大家姐，笑下啦，大家姐。哎呀！
佢再嚟影翻嚟電視嗰度影。你影乜嘢？
有咩影？影嗰度床嗰樣好睇啦。影嗰度同我影一張。
啊，隻咩先？都係未收到。你北邊？
嗰度。嗰度。等先。
交俾大老細。
係老細老坑公。等先。
少少。
等先。
我去揸住。
我北邊。
你翻來嗎？老。唔得嘅。
係啦，一隻影。好靚，我媽嚟嘅就快啲，未翻嚟，同我換架車。
我又要影。
快就啲聲，早點啲影啦，影就成。
1、2、3。
靚唔靚？OK， 得啦，好啦。我就入嚟啲中意攞㗎嘛，我都仲入嚟你。眼鏡呢樣嘢？你自己手攞開。攞眼鏡啊，家姐。
我係咧。哦。
後面呢個幫我。
唔使攞個鎖匙啦，鎖匙喺呢度啦。房間鎖匙喺呢度啦。
你俾翻俾佢哋啦，乜你嗰邊你要攞㗎，佢話喺呢度啦，人哋呢度係喺嗰度啦。
The water that you see right here, this is not smoke. This is from the Horseshoe Falls. 这是马地瀑布的水幕来的那个。Okay, this side belongs to the Canadian side. 这个是属于加拿大的那一部分。Okay, 90% of the water comes from here. 90%的水呢都是在这里下来的。Okay, and the other 10% will be seeing it later. Okay, 还有另外的那一部分呢，10%的那一部分呢，就是美国瀑布还有新南脸山瀑布，我们等一下会看。Okay, we'll be seeing the Bridal Veil Falls and the American Falls later. Okay, here we see this one first. 我们在这里看这先看。
俾你發歌咪得咯。
Niagara Falls, approximately 12,500 years old. 但是尼加拉瀑布的岁数大约有12500岁。Okay, and the height of this falls here that you will see is 175 feet from the water to above. Okay, 但是呢，你在这里看下去的时候呢，这里是有175尺高的，这个瀑布的高度175尺高。Okay, the water that they use here, okay, during the 1920s, they used the Niagara Falls water to use hydroelectric. 但是呢，在1920年的时候，尼加拉瀑布的水呢，他们就用来水力发电。Okay, now the time over here is 8:20. 现在8点20分。Okay, 8:45. Okay, 8:45. We'll be back to the bus. Okay, I'll be standing right here. 但是呢，8点45分 I'll be here. Okay, 我会在这里8点45分。Okay, you can take the stairs down to take pictures. 你可以走下去在楼梯下面，然后你可以在这里拍照。Please don't be late. Okay, we have a movie to catch at 9 o'clock. 唔係有人喺嗰度跳過寧願。
哇！邊好靚嘅睇，好正啊！
係咪好壯觀啊？
係我一個船。
係咧，拍電影試過啦，寧願喺嗰邊啦，知唔知啊？唔好係你睇電影，真係有人喺度跳啦，喺度跳落去，因為嗰邊好深㗎嘛，有人咁跳落去。
我家姐嗰張好靚啊！我整一張大大啦，想兩隻，呢張大大個。
你交肥事，
我開始咗第一個，我哋又得切啦。
做咩啊？
照個狗乸，
而家照佢哋抱抱。小心我唔好跌親啊！
快啲，唔好跌親啊！
佢哋好渣，我仲快過佢哋啦。
我哋單嘅都快企啦。
你抱。你抱我。
我哋行嗰邊啦。係喎。
我就快啲翻。我咩吹翻出？係啊，攞出呢花生我想睇。
要我影張相先嚟。喂，你嚟同我家姐影一張，我同你一齊影一張相喺度。Hello。
係啦，唔俾。
咩啊？
去翻嗰邊啦。
等下先啦，你未影相。
影咗相啦。
跳舞啦，哥哥跳舞啦嚇，跳啦，跳啦。
你冇俾你影嗰度啊？你幫我影啦。OK。我一想影。
冇喐冇喐。
我睇多次婆婆。我想影呢個相影啊！我想影。
啲嗰度影。都我嚟嘛？
快啲啦，都冇嘢。阿個 Lily 嚟咯。
你都幫我家姐好埋，
你睇過咩？阿個 Lily。你睇哇，好靚啊！
好靚。
哇，好靚啊！
睇戰步直播啊
！1、2、3，你多啲。OK， 得啦。1、2、3。
你點啊？做咩啊？嚟，俾我戴眼鏡。
屌！
媽咪中意戴眼鏡啊！
真係好 stupid。
媽咪中意戴眼鏡啊！嗱，我㗎。
嗱，而家有霧啦，戴上眼鏡真係好似有霧啦。
我咧點啊？靚唔靚啊？阿嬸靚唔靚啊？
好靚啊！
好 ugly 啊！
靚到出花啊！哦。
好 ugly 啊！媽咪咁樣好大，跟住佢。花花。媽咪你咁樣啊？俾影一張。媽咪一齊咁樣。
你翻嚟帶你媽咪個眼鏡照張，得唔得？
有啦，我帶住你，你嗰個巴士走咗啦。我走啦。
你手遮住啦。
唔好遮住啦。2、3，嚟個 pose。耶！耶！
咁 stupid。阿毛，咁低 Q 㗎阿毛。
你開翻啦！係咪一對你嘢？
哎呀，好醜鬼喎！
家姐嚟，家姐睇住呢度，睇住我。
我邊個掟啊？
好啦。
唔得掟出去嗌你執翻嚟㗎。
我唔得。
你一個嘅啦。
Canada yan eh.
哇，等我搞錯，幾歲啊？就好似咁嚟攞呢台
哦，哇！
你睇，
哈哈哈哈，好舒服。Alright guys, follow